Welcome back. In this video and workbook, I cover taking photographs for effect. Photographs allow you to visually document your loss. However, most people do not take photographs for effect, they take them to document damages. What do I mean by taking photographs for effect? When I adjust a loss, I start out the adjustment with the mindset that my client is going to have to sue the insurance company to get paid. Now, in reality, very few actually have to sue to get paid, but if my claim file wasn't documented in preparation for litigation, important information would be lost, and if needed, would be irreplaceable. Photographs are an important aspect of loss documentation, so in taking photographs for effect, you're striving to present a visual representation of your loss so that someone who never has and never will see your property will come away with a true understanding of the extent of your loss. The average insurance adjuster carries with them a point-and-shoot camera and a tape measure, the mindset being that if it can't be seen and can't be measured, it can't be included in the claim. Add to this the fact that oftentimes a file examiner will review the field adjuster's report and take exception to damages because the photographs and other documentation do not support the field adjuster's damage evaluation. As the insured, it's important for you to photographically document your loss as quickly as possible. Photographing the floor covered in water, window glass all over the floor, the sofa or the bed, the tree on top of the house can pay huge dividends later after the loss has been cleaned up and the adjuster comes out to inspect. Those damages that were so apparent on the day of the loss may not be as apparent on the day of inspection. Photographs that show the extent of the loss will help prove that what you were claiming damaged was actually damaged. The adjuster will also certainly appreciate your taking the photographs as well because it makes their job easier. Many times a point-and-shoot camera will not capture water-soaked walls and almost certainly will not capture water-soaked insulation behind those walls. In these cases, there are other ways to photographically document this damage. An infrared camera, that is a camera that sees heat rather than light, is able to show differences in temperature, which when quantified with a moistometer can prove damages that may not be apparent to the naked eye. These cameras are very expensive, usually running $5,000 or more, so unless you own one, you'll have to pay someone to photograph your home with an infrared camera. But in certain circumstances, it may be well worth it. As you take pictures, keep in mind that with the exception of the field adjuster and maybe a few experts, no one else from the insurance company will see your property. This means that your photographs have to capture everything. I use a technique that I call the four-corner method of taking photographs. To utilize this method, you begin by taking overview shots of the room, standing in one corner, and taking a picture of the opposite diagonal corner. You move around the room until you have taken photographs of all four corners. At this stage, you have a 360-degree view of the room, and you may or may not be able to see damage from any of these pictures. The next step in the four-corner method is to take photographs of the damaged property from a vantage point of being able to place that property within the context of one of the shots above. In these photographs, the damage to the property should be visible with some detail of the damage showing. The final stage is to take close-ups of the damages. That way the individual viewing the photograph can clearly make out the nature of the damage to your property. In effect, what you're doing is you're moving from overview to close view to close-up. If the damage is extensive and you can see it at every stage, even the overview shots, go through this process anyway, because in addition to showing the damage, you're also looking to show what your property looks like. Taking photographs this way allows someone who never has and never will see your property to get a sense of what your property looks like. They also are able to view the damage within the context of the overview photos and can observe close-ups of the nature of the damage to your property. The four-corner method is outlined in detail in the workbook that accompanies this video. Now, it's not enough to take the photographs. You must also label them so that the person viewing the photographs knows what they're looking at and knows what they're supposed to see. You can label the photographs, importing them into a Word document, or use any of the readily available photo management software products on the market. This has been Benefit Bill, bringing you information that you can use to take charge of your claim for greater gain. Have a great day.